it's XCOM2. Welcome back, hello, and I hope you're doing absolutely wonderfully. And if you're not, then I hope by the end of this you're feeling a little bit better. We haven't got anything going on in the proving ground. Fortunately, it's not as bad as it looks. What happened was, just before we took off on our mission in the last episode, we finished off a ammo project for Talon rounds, as it goes, which we then put to tremendous use in that mission, and we just didn't actually put anything up for proving afterwards. So we haven't actually lost any time, which is good. It just looks that way, but I promise it's fine. Okay, don't worry about it. I think, unless we end up with Venom rounds, which is entirely possible, I think if we hit experimental ammo, the next type of ammo we see should be sabot rounds. I believe it's the only one we're missing out of the possibilities, and as we saw with the experimental armor, they kind of like rotate, right? So we should see sabot rounds at long last, is the hope here. We'll know in 8 days time. I'd really like some sabot rounds, that's all I know. So we'll get started on that. One other thing I did want to have a brief look at is potentially retraining Reed into something similar to Aethel, Rymir, and Calmwater. Reed is one of our assault infantry. But then I'm kind of wondering, is it worth the cost, and should we just stick with what we've got with Reed? I don't know. It's an open decision for sure. Taking a quick look at who's available, who's not available. If we go down to the squad that we took out on the last mission, we're about to see the aftermath of that, incidentally. Oh, thank you very much, John Delancey. If we take a look at the squad that went out, Gwen, Rymir, Tactical, Nacho, Shandin, and Goonstone, they're all in some state of being tired, or in the case of Nacho, gravely wounded. So we're not going to see them for a little while, for sure. They are probably our strongest squad that we can field, with the exception of Goonstone, who was the lowest ranking member of the squad that we sent out, but nevertheless pulled tremendous amounts of weight by nature of having that unique keeper class. So yeah, we're not going to see them for a little while now, particularly Gwen, Rymir, and Tactical, who are all shaken up after spending so long in the Chosen Stronghold. We should see this infiltration mission ready to go before too long, so we'll finally get to see Giga, Kerwin, Zari, Brenwyn, Trollpants, and Bert in action. Beyond all that, we have got a theoretical squad, should we need one, and we kind of do. So I'm just looking at this now, and it's a little bit of a weaker squad insofar as what ranks they're all at, but nevertheless, I imagine they could probably do some good work. You know, Calmwater as assault infantry, we've got Arc Enemy back in action as a phalanx, we've got Grim there as the second phalanx, 2 combat engineers, Clav, marksman, marine, and you know we could field the artillery. I've kind of been a bit let down, if I'm entirely honest, with regards to Kurog, our artillery spark, just because of the fact that it takes 2 actions for them to fire their awesome weapon. I mean, that weapon does a huge amount of damage, so like to me it is balanced. It's just hard for me to justify taking without the backup that Goonstone would be able to provide. So that's kind of why we haven't seen much play of Kurog overall. I would love to be able to build another Spark, but the way our supplies are and everything else, like there's just too much that I feel we should be prioritizing. So that's just the way that kind of goes. We do have an assault mission available to us right now, which we'll have a look at, but first things first, we've got a little bit of aftermath to take a look at following our recent actions, so let's get to that.
Even now, we feel its absence.
Yeah, they're not too happy about the whole killing of the assassin that we've managed to accomplish. But that has cleaned up the map here in North America. The assassin is no more. I mean, you've just been told off, dude. Like, you should be shedding some tears, right? Come on. But if we take a look, defeated. She's done. We don't have to worry about the Avenger assault, and we are, insofar as her territory is concerned, relatively chilling. I say relatively chilling because honestly, like, the threats that we're dealing with on some of these missions, chosen or not, are pretty significant. We are yet to actually meet the final chosen in the field, which means our next target is likely going to be Jack Naylor, the Light Butcher, who's currently rocking a pretty powerful amount of knowledge. We've only seen him 3 times. We dealt with the assassin a total of 12 times before taking her out. But yeah, that's where we're at insofar as the Chosen are concerned, following on that successful stronghold attack. We have got a Hack the Workstation mission to undertake, should we be that way inclined, and this will delay a hidden dark event. The trick with that mission is that we've also got a mission here to counter outright vigilance. We don't know what this is, and I am kind of curious about spending the 30 intel it would take. On the one hand, it kind of makes sense to do that. On the other hand, we then are pushed back a little bit on our further expansion plans. However, New Chile here is probably going to be our next point of contact. It would cost us 80 intel, because I'm looking at this lovely red line here that sends us to New Australia, and there is a facility there as well. We kind of want to unlock missions for these facilities. That's our real go here, because if we look at this Avatar Project progress, we ain't looking too hot. To that end, do we spend the 30 intel is a question of what the rewards for these assault missions really are. So our first assault will give us the 23, and I've just accidentally right-clicked one too many times and brought us out there, because I'm very good. I do that a lot, it feels like. Which would leave us slightly short of intel to sort of finish making contact here and immediately get to work in New Chile. Which ain't good. Ain't good. So, on the one hand, we don't know what we're countering. On the other hand, it might be something really nasty, you know. Signal jamming, I think we've actually lost out on countering because of the failed mission we had fairly recently. The other concern I've got about taking this assault mission is that we might not be able to field a fully valid team. So what I'm thinking of doing here is actually just running the clock until we absolutely have to take it and seeing if we can clear up any wounds or tiredness or things like that. It might not happen, there's very little time, but stranger things have happened. And yeah, no, we're just gonna have to go. If we want to go, we have to go. And I think Operation Vodka Roused Hour is gonna be the hit today. So let's get to work. I think this is potentially the first mission that's brought us down into New Brazil. As it goes, we're in a small town. It's a temperate biome, so that's good. I think we'll be able to make use of a marksman here for sure. So to that end, let's just get that first slot locked and loaded. This is peculiar. Why are you at the top of the list but we can't select you? I guess it's because you're about to finish recovering from your wounds, but you're still just not quite there yet. It's fine. Okay, so we got Clav Marksman. We'll bring Lunko, because kind of feel bad about building Lunko to the Chosen Assault and then not bringing him, truth be told. I think we'll field now. No, we're going to hold on to Arc Enemy because where's Dirthel? Dirthel's going to be ready in a week. It would be quite good to get Dirthel and Arc Enemy on the same mission, given the fact that they are bonded. Instead, we'll field Grim as our phalanx. Hopefully, Grim can start filling those big boots that Gwen is currently leaving all over the place. And that leaves us with calm water, overguard, assault infantry, and marine respectively. And then for that final slot, do we bring a second combat engineer, or do we run the artillery, is the real question. And I'm actually, going back to what I was saying earlier with the artillery, more enthusiastic about fielding Athos here. With that said, because we're in a small town in Temperate, we can probably make good use of many grenades. So we will in fact bring Kurog along for the ride on this one. Let's get this squad geared up and then we'll hit the ground to hack a workstation. Clav should have the spider suit, they do. And that should be a round of predator armor for everyone else. Do we want to look at upgrading our spark armor is probably a fair question. 2 mech wrecks, 30 supplies, 6 alloys. I think, yeah, if we're going to field the spark, then we should, you know, field the spark. Look at this. My goodness. What about an ordnance launcher upgrade as well then? Well, just whilst we're at it, let's take a look at what we've got here. Advanced rocket launcher, Ashbringer, ordnance accelerator, there it is. 25 supplies, I think we'll run. So, ordnance accelerator, there we go. If we are going to bring artillery, right? So then, Obergard, as the Marine, has access to the luxurious extra ammo slot there. Always nice to see that. I think it's going to be a good round of rifles on... Kind of wondering if we run... I think it is going to be the cannon, actually. Yeah, we'll run rifle Obergard, cannon on Lunko. We should have a Gauss rifle for Clav, and a mag pistol. Yep. And then an upgraded shotgun too. And I do believe that's everyone running almost all of the upgrades. A Narc blade there, and an Aloy shield there, and actually a Gauntlet Mark II whilst we're at it. And a mag shorty, can't forget that. We'll stick with the holo targeter on Clav here, and I think we'll probably run AP rounds on Clav, just for that extra damage potential. So blue screens for our Marine, although now that I say that, I do like the blue screens on the combat engineer, let's not pretend I don't. So we'll switch the dragon rounds on the Marine and go for blue screens on Lunko here. Assault infantry runs Talons. And then, yeah, we're looking pretty sharp. We do need to get some vests and whatnot on these guys as well. And on top of that, now that I actually think about it that little step further, what we can do is run an experimental magazine somewhere. Not quite sure where that's going to be just yet. Not too sure indeed. It basically boils down to who we want carrying that grenade, right? And looking at it, I guess we'll go experimental magazine. That's not an experimental magazine. And lightweight frame on Lunko here. Plated vest for an engineer because they come with shielding. Plated vest for phalanx because they come with shielding. And then stasis vests for everybody else except Clav, who's just chilling over there and shouldn't really be in the line of fire if all goes according to plan. Not that that's ever happened before. Kurog then, insofar as artillery is concerned, will run a mag grenade, we'll run an EMP bomb, and do we want to run the frost bomb via Kurog here as well, or shall we put the frost bomb to use on someone else? You know what, actually, let's go frost bomb here too, why not? And then I do think we're about there really. A flashbang probably could come in handy. So last thing to do is chuck a few upgrades on these weapons and get to work. Advanced speed loader, so that's 2 free reloads on Clav, which is awesome. And I think actually, yeah, we'll go with the advanced bipod just to accommodate for the lack of sabot rounds that we're still having to deal with. For Overguard, we want anything and everything that helps with reaction fire, so basic reflex so there's no penalty, expanded magazine, and actually we'll run a lightweight frame on there as well, just to bump Overguard up to 13 mobility. And the mag pistol probably just wants a good old-fashioned basic scope, and we'll run a speed loader there too for good measure. We also have upgrades available for the big gun. To that end, what options are there? What options indeed? I guess we'd probably go with an advanced bipod here too, hey? Yeah. Because Kurok does have squad sight and whatnot to deal with. We'll just chuck the scope on there just for that little bit of extra accuracy. There is an argument to be made for adding ammo into the mix for Kurok, but I think given that everyone else is rocking ammo in some description, we should be alright. Although now that I say this, like, do we add blue screen rounds into Kurok instead of Lunko? Is that viable? No, we'll stick with Lunko. We'll stick with, yeah, Lunko's got that 81 aim. Lunko can make the most of those blue screen rounds, I'm sure. No AP to spend, I don't think. Lunko's probably worth a quick glance, but yeah, I'm under the impression that if we're going to spend any extra AP on Lunko, it's going to be once they reach Lieutenant. So, here we are. Operation Vodka Roused Hour. Hack the workstation on an Advent train. In Brazil. Sending in Clav, Lunko, Grim, Car Mortar, Overguard, and Kurok. Pretty excited to be fielding Kurok, actually. There's something to be said about bringing artillery with you. And this should be Brazil, based on where we've landed on the map, but you never know with XCOM geography. I'm confident it's our first mission in South America. That much I do know. So far, most of our missions have taken place in the east and western US and in Mexico to a lesser extent. So it is nice to be going to some different locales. It doesn't really mean anything as it goes. It's just a bit of flavor, but for one reason or another, it's just one of those things I've got a bit of an attachment to. Don't ask me to explain it, because I never will be able to.
We'll need to move in quickly, secure the train, and eliminate any hostiles. If we can do that, we might just get a shot at stopping their progress.
So then, turret right in our midst straight away. That's always fine. We are concealed. It just activated anyway, but it can't see us, so that's fine. Our objectives, not too far. I think what we probably want to do is... what do we want to do actually, now that I... See, when you start a sentence and then you shouldn't finish it the way that you want to start it, I don't know. I think we will play this roof. And probably look at getting Clav just playing around this chimney if we can. That seems reasonable. So then, if we get Kurok also on the roof, I think that'll be a good start. I'm not sure if Clav will be able to grapple onto it from here. Let's give it a quick test. Maybe they can. Oh, outstanding achievement in grappling technology, right? Grappling serves two purposes: gets Clav closer to where they need to be, and gives us a better idea of what to expect. Should mean that on the next turn we can get Clav into this position and set up the brace, which is nice. Got some civilians down there. This is actually quite open, so there could well be enemies along here that we'll hopefully be able to spot with Clav. As always, I'm not really concerned about this turret. It's never been a problem before. Maybe it will be this time. The turret actually can't see down here, which is super useful. So I think we'll get Lunko actually hugging the train here. Grim. This is the most reasonable position for you, I guess. Same goes with Car Mortar there. Overguard can get up a little bit further, which is nice. That's that lightweight flame being put to work. Yeah, Lunko and Obergard are probably our quickest movers there at 14 mobility. Okay. So let's get Clav to where we want. And if we brace, we might be able to see anything. Nothing else. Okay, that's fine. Oh, it's a little play park. Sorry, I got a bit distracted there. In which case, we bring Kurog up as well. Kurog being a spark, can't use cover, of course. Not really, not with the end of the world. Kind of feeling, yeah, you know what, let's just... There's as good a place as any. Doesn't get spotted by the turret. And sets up good and strong. Everyone else, we'll just push forward.
Stepping off.
Would be nice if we were able to... I guess I kind of want to like get to this fence, right? Yeah. We probably could go with checking this corner. Doesn't see anything, which is fine. Calm Water can get up front without triggering anything, and Obergard could actually push even a little bit further. I'd prefer it if they came this way though. And yeah. So far so quiet. How long that will last, I don't know. We've got a second turret. Nothing else though, eh? Okay. That is something. I was kind of expecting to get some enemies in sight by now, if I'm being totally honest. That's going to bust open this little gate here, so that's not my idea of a good time. What if we just blue move where we can here then? Still nothing? I wonder if there's stuff here. Times like this make me really wish I'd maybe invested in a battle scanner or two, but reap what you sow and all that. I guess we'll move Lunko up to this tree. He has spotted something here, thankfully. Ah, there we go. Okay. So that's probably going to be our first fight, which is fine. I guess we want to bring Grim up close as we can. Let's see here. Yeah.
Copy that.
Calm Water, you've got no reason not to actually just follow Grim when I think about it. And we'll set up... look at this. 11 to 13 damage is nuts. Ah, beautiful. We'll just see what these guys do. Set up some Overwatches.
On Overwatch. Overwatch.
If they come over the train here, that would be ideal. They heard me. That's what you want, is it? Well, we'll do the opposite. That said, we've still got...
Roger that.
still have visibility on that sectoid. Maybe... What's the health on that turret, actually, incidentally? 8? 12. Yeah, they've got 12 hit points. I think... we've got 9 turns. We are close enough to the objective. I think we could potentially hold at least one more. Maybe even bring Obergard up here. Or back here, maybe. But then if they carry on that in that direction, then that kind of sucks. Instead, we'll zip around just to here. Obergard, we'll yellow move and hold this position for one more.
Eyes on the prize.
See what they do. We're that close to the objective that I think we could afford this turn. Got a feeling they're going to move further away from us, which is, you know... Okay, kind of glad we waited. Did they spot us? They did. Which is fine, actually, because this Overwatch situation is going to at least get some work done. Not with that attitude though, Lunko. Come on.
Enemy is still up.
Shield bearers are probably in my... Oh, that gun sounds so cool. 1 hit point on the Codex as well. Where did that teleport actually take it? It's a valid question that needs answering for sure. I guess it actually did go... Oh, hello. That's a connection and a half. Okay. Please don't let this be another mission where we have to send Overguard home early. Come on. I guess that Codex is actually down here, right? It makes sense that it is, at least. Okay. So then, how do we want to run this? Kurog needs a reload. Or has got a decent launch on the mag grenade there. Better on the plasma, would connect with calm water, which I'm not looking for. I think we reload then. And yeah, we'll launch this plasma here. If the Codex is here, we'll know, because it won't be once this grenade lands. I need to find that shot again. That doesn't actually touch calm water, huh? It is possible. I watched it before. There it is. Does that connects with the sectoid? Doesn't connect with calm water. Yeah. Oh man. Irrespective of how effective or whatever else the sparks are, they are super cool. Clav's actually got the AP round, so I think putting Clav to work on these turrets to begin with is probably a good decision. Especially considering we just saw Overguard get absolutely chunked there. It looks like the Codex did in fact come back down here. We are going to run... let me think about this. So we've got the Fire Burster and Shield Bearer. They're just going to shield each other, which is annoying, but comparatively speaking, because there's no other enemies at play right now, I guess we can manage that. What wouldn't be a bad idea is just to get some Lightning Hands work done on this turret, but whoa, that armor. It does make it slightly less appealing. How about... Okay, there is a Codex there. That's peculiar. How about we take the 83? Okay, that's that.
I got it, right?
And then... Not keen on that idea. Or this one. Why can't you shield bash this Codex then? You can shoot this Codex, but you can't shield bash it? What? What? Alright, fine. What kind of shots have you got lined up here? 61 kind of sucks. That Codex is definitely back here. 3 active enemies. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's all in my head. 3 active enemies. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5. How are there 3 active enemies when there are 5 active enemies? Right. If that if that Codex is here, we'll deal with that. Let's deal with what we know instead, I guess, is the logical choice here. So, to that end, Grim... What is going on with this Codex? Grim claims to have a shot on it from here, and then we've activated an extra pack because of course we have, why wouldn't we? At least it's Grim that's in the line of fire for these. In fact, let's leave Grim right there. I'm not in love with 41%. It's clearly not stood here. There's something weird going on with that codex. That I have no doubt. Maybe we shield charge. In fact, yeah, I think we shield charge, although I'm less enthusiastic about the Viper because it could just grab Grim. We'll shield charge this trooper. Okay. That's 4 armor, tons of shielding. Grim's in a good spot. Okay, fine. Yeah, see the movement? This is the movement. The codex is not here. The codex is over here. Okay. Thank you, Calm Water. You've solved the case. To that end, let's just get rid of it. And I think... yeah. I don't mind breaking concealment. It's going to happen eventually, and we don't really need it. Okay, codex dealt with. What a strange thing. But at least that mystery is now solved. Let's get you there. This turret does actually need to go because it's probably got a line of fire on Kurog and Klav, but I'd rather it didn't have. To that end, where can Obergard get to do the work needed here? Because right now, 61% is just not my sort of thing. Could you, like, flush them out on that thing, actually? You could. Hey. And then, if we popped Obergard in... yeah, let's do this. Okay, I like this. I don't like how much health Obergard's got. I do like that Obergard can actually just take care of this, well, with a 3% margin of error, of course, and we've seen this before. Fortunately, Obergard is not Athos. Never lived that one down, by the way. And then, how do we want to play Lunko? I kind of feel like a suppression down this way isn't the worst idea in the world. Although 73% to chunk a bit of armor and get through here is a good idea too. I think we'll take the 73% shot actually, please, Lunko. And miss it entirely, because why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you? This Viper is seething mad. Absolutely raging. Was kind of expecting this. The Overwatch is a pleasant surprise. That is an unpleasant surprise. And that connection sucks too. Let it not be said otherwise. Okay, Purifier. Wow. Obergard is just getting bullied. Oh no. That's not terrifying. And there goes the shield on everything. And it burns everyone too, just, you know, in case that wasn't enough. Are you kidding me? Well, at least they're no longer on fire. Reinforcements too. At least they're delayed. Okay. Well. Holy crap. We haven't quite got the range with these bombs to really do much good. 9 of 10 damage there, 67 there. Ugh. I guess we'll free Grim. Free Grim. Figure it out from there. Excellent crit too. Didn't quite kill the Viper. But did good work nevertheless. I'm really glad we've actually brought Klav and Kurog to this. Circumstances being such as they are. I think we don't shoot the Pathfinder, we'll leave the target on it. And if we can set up a way to secure the kill, even better. Yeah, leave the target there. Lunko's on fire and on 10 health. Grim's chilling right now, so let's just get rid of this thing. Fortunately, it doesn't explode. That would be quite bad. Grim's actually on fire, but shield walling will take care of that, and I think that's probably the right call. Palmwater's not got much in the way of options from where they presently stand, other than just finding a better position. There is potentially work to be done on this Pathfinder if we were to run and gun, and it would help Clav secure the kill. We've also got Obigard bleeding out there to contend with, but one thing at a time. We've got 3 turns to worry about that, so let's take Calmwater for a run and gun against this Pathfinder. Just need a little bit of damage here. We don't need the whole shebang, but hey, you know what? Show off if you feel like it. Clav takes care of that next turn, which is great. Our fire bursters back there. I actually feel like we maybe hunker down with Lunko then. And this is why we let Grim take fire. Although he's now out of shielding. Very early in the mission to be out of shielding, but hey. Hunker downs meant that 0% shots are coming Lunko's way. That crit is no-go, for sure. And here's Clav at least. Pathfinder's dealt with.
You can't handle me.
Grim is taking a beating here. Oh, come on, these hits are no-go. 35%. Unreal. I need to get Lunko here to start putting some damage into this fire burster. I think Grim probably hangs out again. Damage, good grief. Show off. Bit of a risk for sure. I kind of need to take it, unfortunately, for Grim's health. And then we could put the work in on this shield bearer with Calmwater. We've got breakthrough to reposition. Where does that go? Nowhere good from down here, but somewhere good from up here. So yeah, we'll take this slice and incidentally sending an assault infantry to run overwatches. Good connection though.
That armor's tough. I'm coming for you.
Kurg needs a reload, so we'll come back to that momentarily. This turret is actually proving to be quite problematic. I don't mind 86 on that trooper, and it would secure a kill. So come on, Clav. Nice.
How many is that now?
Okay. We've only got 4 enemies still up, apparently, which doesn't seem accurate by any stretch of the imagination. 1, Officer 2, Purifier 3, Fireburster 4. Actually, it is accurate. Huh, interesting. Clav reloads.
Let's rock.
And has another shot thanks to the almighty power of Raptor's Perch. It is a snapshot, so it's not going to be as accurate as the last one. Nevertheless, 89 on the turret's pretty good. Lunko's now free to move into position-ish for the Fireburster. It's not a perfect position, but comparative to where he currently is, we'll take it. Obigard's going to need a pickup on the next turn, so hopefully, for once, Lunko can actually land this shot. Nice. Not just landing it, but killing it whilst he's at it. Good show, good show. Debating here on an overdrive reload situation with Kurog, or just letting it sit. if we overdrive, reload, take a shot, we would accomplish taking out the turret for sure. Purifier maybe. Would reduce the amount of fire going towards Grim. Shield bearers, I'm thinking, might actually just try and re-shield. So then, where else would we use the overdrive? Well, probably on these, actually, now that I think about it a bit more. So we'll just go for a basic reload this turn on a Kurog. And then, do we want to reposition any? Because right now, these grenades just aren't doing much of anything, really. No, we'll hold that. And this should be reasonable for calm water. And yeah, I think we just hold position. We'll need to see what this set of reinforcements is going to do. We're managing. Overguard being down sucks. They got really bullied. But we're managing. Oh, let's have a Sectopod Hunter in the mix. Why not? Mech, Sectopod Hunter, and 2 Lancers. Holy moly. That's 2 moves on that officer, that's positive. Purifier's going for Grim. He's on fire again, but his armor is doing what we need from it. Just an Overwatch, we'll take. Turret's actually missing a shot for once. And yeah, Grim's probably not going to be able to take much more punishment. And Overguard needs picked up. And this Sectopod Hunter is all up in Lunko's business. So we have the EMP bomb, which doesn't appear to be able to connect to both the mech and the Sectopods. Which is super frustrating actually, because of the fact that like it should be able to, you know. That's so weird that it's not. I guess it's because of this fence. Hard to say. But I think holding the overdrive was the right decision, for sure. Because we can now... Maybe we mag grenade then. Maybe this is the better mag grenade actually. We definitely want the EMP, and I'm going to position it in such a way that it should actually hit that mech. If it does, cool. If it doesn't, oh well. Chain link fences, who knew? Sectopod is no longer a concern. Well, it is a concern, it's just not a concern right now. Taking out this officer is not a bad decision. Lunko's got a spare turn to deal with the Sectopod. We should theoretically be able to secure a kill on this guy actually, and it would stop markings and things like that. So yeah, take it. Nice. 16 damage, my word. Death from above means it's allowed a reload or a mag grenade. How do we want to play that? Reload. And then there was Clav, who... We could find a way to secure a kill from Clav here. We can take a snapshot on the turret and deal with that. So, what did Clav have shots on? The Sectopod, the turret, and this heavy lancer. 79% on the heavy lancer, but getting rid of it is in our interests for sure. Calmwater does see it with the sword as well, although would have to run Overwatch to get there. What's the Overwatch coming from? I want to say it's from... the turret. And the shield bearer. Yeah, I thought it was for the shield bearer. I just couldn't find him. Alright, I think we're going to run those. I'm expecting the turret to at least miss. Please miss. This isn't terrifying or anything like that. Okay, that's a miss. And don't actually think the shield bearer sees... Oh, he does. fair distance though, so good run. Not at all terrifying.
Armor still holds. Hunt him down.
And then we need Clav to see this 79% shot. Come on, buddy. Nailed it.
Woo, you see that?
And then the snapshot deals with the turret, hopefully. Yes. Yes.
Who's keeping score?
Putting the work in. We need Lunko to pick up Overguard. Or do we get Grim on that job, actually? I don't know that Grim's got the movement for it, actually. And I'd prefer it if we just got Grim into a position of relative safety. Given the fact that, you know, he has 5 hit points left. He's basically just going to be shield walling every turn. Sectopod's down for a turn. And Carmwater's just looking for cover here, so that's fair. We also have this. This is going to be a nuisance to deal with for sure. We definitely need the shield wall from Grim. The mech is an unfortunate
Orders confirmed. On the move.
complication. Just realised actually our man here can't stabilise. Okay, you know what we do?
What's over there?
Oh, we can't even do that because you're on fire. Overguard's gonna die. Our options basically are... Why are you on fire, Grim? Let me think about this. Do Kurog, Clav, and Calmwater have the ability to deal with this on their own? Grim being on fire is such a massive setback. I can't pick up Overguard and Evac. It would have to be Lunko that picks up Overguard and then Evacs. That's the only way that Overguard stays alive here. Otherwise, Overguard is dead. So the question is saving Overguard the right decision? And I'm not going to pretend that there's a part of me that doesn't think it is. Because if we look at this shot on the mech, Lunko dealing with this mech is huge. But Overguard dies. But Lunko dealing with the mech means that our chances of survival go up. Because Grim decided to be on fire. And that's all his fault.
Okay, I'll go.
You just go stash around there. Loco, you better land this shot. That's all I'm going to say. You better land this shot.
Shot failed to connect. Weapons burning ammo fast. Make it.
Of all of the shots to miss.
I can't move.
And that's exactly why we needed Lunko to land that shot. What a useless, useless man.
Taking fire over here. Put some damage here.
And there goes Overguard. God damn. Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Nothing went right there. For sure. I guess Kurog shows Lunko how to actually shoot things here. And Clav fortunately can find high ground again, but it puts him in the awkward position of being easy to shoot. Well, her in the awkward position of being easy to shoot, I should say. However, that stun lancer's gonna try and find, I expect, Grim. And Grim needs the shield wall, pure and simple. What does Clav accomplish by... see, Clav's only got 4 hit points left as well. We can't really do that. We're going to have to pull Clav back. And then set up the brace. Sectopod's about to come back online, so we do need to kill it this turn. You ever landed a shot on your life, Lunko? Oh, look, you did it. Letting Lunko eat that explosion was calculated. I'm so annoyed. Probably not the best player in the world, but it felt good to do it, so you know what?
Okay, I'll go.
Okay, calm water. Nilpois, you hunker down. We're still in this. Grim's not. Obergard's not. But overall, we're still in this. Oh, Phalanxes are just getting murdered left, right, and center, it feels like. Lancer coming in for Lunko. You can't hit things, but you can dodge things well enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Let's get this heavy Lancer taken care of. We need to think about the objective now too. Purify's still up there. Kurog's got interesting sightlines, to say the least. Let's see what Clav can pull off. Losing the high ground kind of sucks. In fact, I think we go for a lead on this heavy Lancer to remove it from the equation. 5 to 6. 3 to 3. Pull Comward around, and then I think we want to just move Kurog up. What's its hit points looking like? Yeah, we're gonna have to move Kurog up. Soak a little bit of fire. 5 to 9 ain't gonna secure a kill, unfortunately. So I guess we move Lunko up. We still flamethrower nevertheless. We just have to see what the burn does there. Clav should hopefully connect with the heavy Lancer now. Okay, Kurog drawing that was what we wanted, so that's good. That is scary. Come on, Clav. Send this home. Good man. Good, good, good. We're still in this. We're still in this. It's still good. I think I just actually need to run Calm Water for the objective at this point now, however. Let me see here. I don't know if Calm Water can reach the objective and secure a kill on the shield bearer. So I think what we do is Frost Bomb that guy. Realize I probably should have reloaded before shooting that, but I'm in a bit of a panic here, if I'm completely honest. We'll get Clav on this roof to see about securing the kill on the shield bearer. In a better position. Does need the brace actually, so that's not going to happen.
It's killing time.
In which case, Lunko just flamethrowers it. Guarantees the kill. Freeze calm for the run. I guess we'll take the run first, just to make sure we're not actually going to, you know, cook calm water's eventual stopping point. And yet, flamethrower this, he would actually have cooked it as well, so I'm glad we checked that. In which case, we're going to have to adjust you. Here should be good. And please set this guy on fire. I can't believe we've lost 2 people on this mission. And there's a ruler. There's a ruler. Of course there's a ruler. Why wouldn't there be a ruler?
Getting a little too warm over here.
Uh-huh.
The Advent network terminal is shutting down. This is your last chance.
Of course there's a
secure
ruler.
the data.
Okay. Objective.
What's over there? We're near the objective.
Fab. You're gonna just need to start making connections with the ruler. I think that was a dodge.
Started him.
Oh man.
I can try.
It's so bad. I mean, like, I'd love to delay the Dark Event project, but it ain't gonna happen.
Piece of cake.
We've confirmed successful acquisition of the Advent files. Eliminate any remaining hostiles in the area.
Kurog doesn't take any more hits, and can reboot. Does get the reboot, so I guess we've just try and chunk this purifier. Good hit.
So it's a battle of the plates then, is it?
I think it's probably the best call to pull Lunko back. Don't explode. Oh, just missed the shot. Whatever.
If I were human, I'd already
Still in the
be dead
game.
by now. That hurts.
And that'll be the reboot. Okay, so Kurog's going to reback on the next turn. Oof. Glad it missed that coin flip. Yikes.
They got
Oh man. What are you showing me this fire for? Alright. Kurog. Thank you for your service. Bug out. And then there were 3. 88 on the Frostling, huh? Or do we lead the target? Come back to that, I guess. Lunko needs... Actually, I quite like the rocket launcher here, so what we'll do is we'll reload. Still got that purifier up top. Which is honestly kind of impressive when I think about it. How are we going to manage that purifier? Carmortar's going to manage the purifier. Although, apparently this isn't cover. Cripes. Oh, man. Okay, Lunko, I need to see some good action from this rocket launcher here. Nice. I can't believe that that's not cover. So then where does calm water go? I can't sword the purifier because it might explode. Can't see it from the floor. There's no cover. That's probably the best shot we're going to get, isn't it? Not exactly terrific either, but... Okay, 70%. Nice landing. Okay.
It's dead. It has to be dead.
Clav, you're on throttling duty here. In fact, you should actually be able to secure a kill on both of these things.
How many is that now?
Would mean you need to reload, but taking both of them out is good. I'm not certain that the princess can pull reinforcements. I guess we'll find out the fun way. Calm water. Picking another ding there. Luckily it needed a reload. It is so far out that Clav can't even see it anymore though. So we are probably going to want to move Clav probably towards this turret, I guess, and use that for cover. We'll blue move for now. Get the reload in.
Ready to go.
This is the worst. Lunko's still needing that reload, but I'm kind of I'm putting it off because he's being able to find other stuff to do. Although now might be actually maybe.
Position.
What kind of range you got on this? Yeah, terrible. Okay, fine. I guess this is the. Maybe we suppress it. Suppress it. Calm water. There's no point in wasting bullets until we can get that bit closer. Yeah, I guess you just stash yourself. There's no real point in us doing anything fancy until we can actually start laying fire into this thing. And considering laying fire involves Clav finding a new position, so on and so forth, I think the best plan right now is to just run this suppression as long as we can. You're alright, you're alright. Don't you worry, Lunko. Your cover is still there. We are probably going to run another suppression. Can Clav find purchase on the train yet? No. Which is not ideal for sure. I guess actually we'll just make the run. Maybe I should have blue moved and then tried to grapple, go for the brace, but guess what, Mrs. Princess? You are suppressed forever. What kind of shot does Calm Water end up with on that thing? I'm looking at this loot like, oh, it'd be nice to get that, but come on now. We've got more important fish to fry. Do we come in with the sword and like just do some hit and runs? Like it's not ideal, right? Because where does Calm Water go? Here, but then the princess can just like zoop around and do some of that there
If you say so.
flanking. 58 ain't good. Just hunker down for now. We just need we need Clav in position here. The freeze ain't ideal, but we'll just have to roll with it. As long as we maintain those 0% shots coming at Lunko, like that's great. Lunko doesn't have covering fire. Doesn't have cover, incidentally. You can still see it from here, so that's fine. Of course, you need 2 ammo to make it work, don't you? 71's not my favourite, but what do we do? Lunko's who's going to be shot at for sure, because it won't go for calm water whilst they're frozen. Lunko's the easier target. If ever there was a time I would love a free reload, and this is it, sure. Maybe we'll pull back just that little bit further, and I guess Clap can try and lead the target here. Okay, it's just sort of wobbling around. And I'm totally fine with it doing that. That's better than it shooting at us, but you know, Clav again. 94 on this. Nice crit. I think if Calm Water's going to go in for a slice, this is the time. Yep. Another nice crit. We just need it to portal. Just need it to portal. Left or right? Left or right? Go left.
Okay, I'll go.
Probably doesn't make the biggest difference in the world. It is now out of sight, which is potentially good for us.
Killing time.
In fact, we'll keep it out of sight if we can. To that end, let's get Lunko. Back to where they were before. See what it does. Oh, that's a nasty flank.
They got me flanked.
Yep.
I think they got me.
Oh no. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, you're still alive, Calmwater. Clav, what are you looking at now? 79. That's still pretty reasonable. Let it not be said otherwise. Lunko is still probably not going to be able to land much of anything from where they are. Although we can suppress it again, which is important. Kind of just depends on from where, really. Nowhere ideal. Maybe another slice is the right way to go here. We just need it to portal, holy crap. That's right, just keep moving further and further away from us.
I guess that'll be okay.
85. Amazing. We're hanging on. We are hanging on. Okay. I need Lunko to be able to get in a position to suppress this sucker. So I guess all we can do here is dash forward. Collapse completely out of harm's way, but like Lunko, Calmwater, and yeah, it's portaling. Amazing. I've never been so happy to see it say that like summon gate thing. Holy crap. Okay.
Ready to rock.
Well, it only cost us Overguard and Grim. I guess just leave the target if you can do anything on it. Cool. If you can't, then also cool. You know what? Go for the slice. One more slice just to seal the deal. We'll just try and get what damage on it we can at this point.
Hard target. Minimal damage.
Oh, that was the lead the target going through there. Actually missed. And then you just stash yourself down there, Calmwater. You've done enough.
Rolling.
And you know what? Just suppress it.
Fire on target.
I think we're out. We are. Ah.
Status confirmed.
It only cost us Grim and Overguard. We don't even know what the Dark event was. That was tough, for sure. I think that's a well-deserved MVP on Clav. Although, there's something to be said about Calmwater as well. Lunko is in the pits as far as my opinion of them after that mission. The suppression certainly was a bit of a clawing back, but missing that shot on the mech was just Like, that was just an insult to the memory of Overguard, as far as I'm concerned. There he is, the criminal. Grim putting in some seriously solid work, but unfortunately went down at the end because yeah, there was just too much to handle. I think sucks. Car Motor did some solid work as well. Let's not pretend otherwise. Like, those 2 kills were pretty important ones. I think they were both stun lancers actually. Overguard, who it feels like on every single mission Overguard has been on, they have just been bullied. So this honestly feels like it was only a matter of time. I don't know. Maybe there was more that we could have done. And, you know, for everything I was saying beforehand, I'm super glad that we brought Kurog on that mission. 3 kills, 75 damage dealt across 4 shots on an Overwatch is, yeah, that's impressive. Oh, and the grenades, of course, as well. Yeah, I'm glad that we brought Kurog on that. Put some solid work in. And we managed to get away with just 3 people dealing with the Viper, which was... I will call it impressive, I guess. But, wow, what a mission. That went places. At least we managed to secure the objective, eh? That picture looks like it might be worth checking out. Costing us 2 lives is no good, for sure. I think we're going to need to look at getting some rookies on the go and getting the next time the month rolls over. There's the resistance order to increase the training rank in the GTS, so I think we might need to put some supplies in to make the most of that, because we're hurting at the moment. We're really hurting. But we delayed something, and we got that intel, so, you know. And Car Motor's scared of poison, which is, like, a valid fear to have, I would say. Kurog's out for 28 days. No promotions either. And we've currently concealed Athos and Dark Enemy, which ain't great. We have got 2 days, 6 days. These are all so tired and shaken, though. Like, it doesn't really count. Yeah, we haven't got a squad right now. We're in a real predicament. And it ain't good. It ain't good. We have got the infiltration mission about to happen, so hopefully we can make it through that without too many scrapes and bruises. But this is, considering, you know, coming into this on a high of killing the assassin and what have you, this is probably the roughest position we've been in since the campaign started. And I'm not too sure what can happen next in order to turn things around, but anything's possible. Chin up, son, as they say. Huh. Gonna go and take a breather, I think. That mission was rough. Thank you very much, as always, and I will see you next time. Take care.
To all our brothers and sisters supporting the cause, you should know that today your efforts have helped our brave soldiers on the front line achieve another victory over the invaders.